Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.wordpress.com here, and back again with a Sunday scoring, only this time I'm not actually doing a fancy fold for you. I'm doing a little wine gift box, and this is for a mini bottle of wine, and I'm going to show you how to make this lovely gift box you can see here with this interesting lid, and at the top we're going to make this bow, which hopefully you can see. There we go. There we go. I'm going to show you how to make this bow, and you'll see it just opens up here, and inside is just one of these small bottles of wine, which is, this one's one of the larger ones. It's actually 187 millilitres. Anyway, that's what we're going to be making today, and this is the wine. This is the box here. So I've used the DSP stack again here for the brights, and we've used one of the new stamp sets here with some metal rimmed pearls, and you'll see the top of the box just closes up so that the top folds over like so. You can't quite see it at the top, and then it all closes up with that at the top, so it just folds in on itself. Just a little bit of a different project for you today. So to start off with, I'm using my scoreboard, and you need a full sheet of A4 paper, and this is international A4 paper, so it is the sort of 11 and just under 11 3/4 inches by sort of just over 8 1/4. So to start off with, you're going to score on the long side at the following. So you're going to score at 2 1/4. You're going to score at 6 3/4. At 9 3/4. And at 10 3/4. And then you're going to turn it portrait, and you're going to score at every inch on here. So you're literally going to start at 1 inch and just come down at every inch. I will put the centimetres. I haven't worked on one. I've got the measurements in centimetres. I haven't actually worked on one in centimetres, and it's a little bit awkward because I'm working around my camera tripod, which is why I came off one of the score lines slightly, but it's one of the ones at the bottom, which is why I wasn't too worried. So you'll see you come up with a very little narrow bit there, so we're going to use that at our closure. So we can then put our scoreboard away. No, not quite. No, we can bring our scoreboard back in, because what we've got to do is just mark the middle point on some of these. So what you're going to do is, on the second one in, you're just going to mark at 1 1/2. Then at the third one at 3 1/2. At the, there we go, and so it's alternate ones. You're just going to, and I'm literally just and if you make sure you mark just below that score line, that will help you. Now we can put that away, and what you're going to do now is come in with your ruler and actually make some diagonal scores. So hopefully, I'm going to zoom in slightly, hopefully you can see this. So with each of these, I'm going to go from the midpoint down to the corner on these alternate ones. And I am trying to press quite firmly on these, because being card, it does take quite a bit of scoring, and we want to get some nice crisp folds. And because they're quite a narrow diagonal, they you just need you will need to ease them in on themselves. Okay, so having done that, we're now going to use our scissors and come in and do some trimming. So with this on the right hand side, we're going to trim away, and I'll put a photograph on my blog of what it'll look like after you've trimmed everything away. So trim away the bottom skinny square, and coming up to the top, and you're actually going to trim away above those points the first 3 squares. Okay, that's the larger ones. So all of those come away. On the next one, you're just going to trim the top square, like so. You're going to trim the whole of the next one away. And then leave that one intact and trim the next one away. And these, so the ones you're trimming all the way out are the ones with those diagonal, those now triangles. Okay. So you should have a piece that looks like so. Hopefully you can just see the score lines here all the way down. Now we can fold and burnish before we do the rest of our trimming. So we're just going to fold that up and using a bone folder, just fold each of those. And I say these top ones, give them a good burnish as well. So again, fold those down, and then going across the end, just give those a really good crease with your bone folder. And then you've got that little skinny tab at the end, which you're going to crease as well. Okay, so having done that, we're now going to come in and very gently fold these up. So each of your diagonals you want to just fold up from the bottom corner. And there you go. And you'll find if you can see how I'm doing that there, it's just a case of just easing it up gently, and then from the reverse. So again, ease up from the side and ease up from that side. So all of those are, oh, I've just got one more left. I just need a little bit better crease on that one. There we go. Okay, so having creased all of those, the next thing we're going to do is actually put our DSP on, and I've cut those already, and these I've cut strips which are 4 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and while it's flat we're going to just pop those on very quickly. And I've decided to go, it's Blackberry Bliss, for these very smart stripes, so hopefully I'll get these all going in the same direction. Okay. I've tried to keep them in order as I cut them. So just for speed, I'm just using a tape runner here. On the other one, I used the the lovely script DSP that comes in the paper stack, and because they're double-sided, it gives you quite a choice of what effect you want to do. I wanted something that looks sort of a little bit more masculine on this one. I love the words on the other one because there's just some super words like stuff hello and beautiful and live and life, and yeah, really nice sentiments. Okay, and then we're on to the last couple of strips here. Okay. So, having done our gluing of our DSP, I'm then going to come in with some red tape here, and I'm using the fine red tape, and that's because it is only a narrow overlap. So I'm coming on to this end here, give it a good burnish down, and then if you just fold over, and this will enable you to line it up. Okay, so that's going to be the back. So the flaps, and I haven't cut up. What I meant to say was, before you glue it, it's a good idea to cut up. It doesn't matter too much with these ones because they are just very straight cuts. And I'm not notching out on these because I'm going to be lining these up across the bottom in a moment to actually get them together. So again, it doesn't matter whether you notch up before or afterwards. Keep your seam at the back, and if you sort of bend back the ones that are towards the back, then what you can do is just put some red tape across the ones that are going to be towards the front, and those will be the ones that we're going to fold back. So I've just put some, just for speed, across the end. You could put more on if you wanted. The other way you could do it is to use Tombow, and you could use a circle punch if you wanted to, or you could do that as well just to finish it off. But I find red tape just works quite well. Okay, so push all of those down, and then so this is the seam at the back, so I'm literally going to just fold over one at a time, and hopefully if I zoom out, I'm going to just line that up on the bottom, and it's, if you get it square, it doesn't quite come all the way, but it's just about across as it is. So do exactly the same again. Okay, make a cross shape and do the same with the remainder. And across. So that's our base. Again, as I said, you could put a circle, die cut circle there if you wanted to, and it's just finish it off very nicely. At the top there, I'm just going to, on one of our on the long tab, the one that hasn't got one opposite, I'm just going to corner round the tab that's going to go in, and that should mean it'll just fit in nice and flush. So I've just corner rounded that. So all you need to do now is pop your bottle in, and if you squeeze those sides in, you'll see it just folds in like so, and then this flap comes in over the one side, this one comes in on the top, hopefully you can see that, and then all that happens is that tab just squeezes in, and if it's a little bit snug as it is there, you just need to cut the slightest little sliver, and you don't want to take too much off because you want it to be quite a snug fit. So let's try that one again, and it does vary. I've made a couple of these, and you'll find that they just need a little bit of encouragement, and then there we go, that will then hold closed. So there's our bottle box, and I said I was going to show you how to make the ribbon decoration. First thing I'm going to do is, you'll see here I've stamped using this lovely stamp set which is called Thankful Thoughts. I've stamped that in some rich raspberry. You'll see I've made a mistake, so I just probably not, and to get that overlap, I have literally just punched 2 circles. So I've punched it out with a 2-inch circle, and then I've punched that out 2-inch circles to go with it. And then all I'm going to do is just come in with some dimensionals, and I've actually got a strip of the edge in fact here because it's coming down the length. So I've just taken, that's a strip from the edge around it, and that will just fit on the front. Your generosity is second only to your fabulosity. And then to make our little bow for the top, which is this one here, which hopefully, there we go, you'll see that little bow there. What you need is a star, which you've cut from using our star framelits, and a strip of DSP just 1 centimetre wide, and some glue dots. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your piece and hold it just on the back there and wrap it round, and you'll need a glue dot to hold that in place. Okay, so take it round, all the way round to the next one, at which point you wrap it round the back and grab another glue dot. You're then going to come over here, opposite, and as I said, you can use a few glue dots, but it's the convenience. I mean, you can use other, tape and things if you want to. So come across, round again, and back, across the back. And then bring it round the back, and then you're going to just finish it off with a glue dot in the middle there. And that's a little bit of excess which you're going to trim off there. And then all you need to do then is just flick this little cardboard star out from the middle, and there's your little bow. So you just take your other one, and I had one a moment ago that I'd already made, which I have got to one side. Pop a glue dot on a couple of glue dots on the back there, or you could use some wet glue if that's what you prefer. Offset them slightly, press them in, and then with the little bit that you cut off, if you just wrap that around on itself to make a little loop, and again pop that with a glue dot in the middle, and there you have your own little coordinating rosette to go on the top of whatever it is you've made. So all you need now is just a couple of glue dots on the top there, or a dimensional, and there you go. I hope you like that. I thought it was a bit of fun and a little bit different for our Sunday scoring. Thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye.